Hi, aloha, welcome again. Everyone start off, just take a moment here. We turned on, we weren't sure if you all could see us, so what did I do? I took a moment, dropped in to still point. You know, every new thing I do, every new moment, just take a moment. You know, so often on planet Earth, people bring whatever was going on and then into the next thing, and then a meeting, and then back to the family after a day of work. In my world, I look at the transitions, you know, new moment right here. So what do? I drop in here and take a breath in and just drop in. And I hold it, just like earlier I discussed with, hold it right there. And as I hold it right here, this portal, this still point field, quantum field, the more you practice this and do this, you'll be clear as day when this is filled up. Just like when you drink water. You know, everyone understands water. You drink the water, at a certain point you're full, you're quenched. Well, in the same way, when you cultivate in this experience of being receptive and neutral and opening up, whether you call it prana, chi, universal energy, spirit, you know, it's like the water. You know, people go in different places on planet Earth, and it's not like you go one place and they call it agua, and you say, well, no, that's not agua, it's water. If you drank water and you drink water, it's water no matter what people call it. When you drink it, it has certain characteristics. When you drink it, it feels good. It quenches you. It gives you the sense of, nourished. It feels good. Well, to me, neutrality, whether you call it prana or chi or universal energy or spirit, whatever name you give it, if you're thirsty for that experience and you come near that experience, it's clear as day when you're near that experience. And it's clear as day when you're not near that experience. At least for me it is. And so in my life, I constantly am looking, and I don't care what name we use, whether you call it, you know, prana, it doesn't matter to me. If that subtle, neutral, nonlinear energy of the universe and beyond is present, I want to be receptive to it. I want to invite it into every area, every facet, every cell, every organ, every gland, every chakra, the quantum field. Why? Because this is the very subtle essence that threads everything from stars to galaxies to the cosmos to elements to our cells to our experience and to everything else in life. So let's go straight to the source. All right, so we're just resting here. You know, take a quick scan, do a quick assessment around the outside clearing, still point clearing. Check in. Right now I check in. I can, after I clear, do some clearing, do some laser work. To me, I often feel the sacred, we call in our seminars the sacred muscle, the still point muscle at the base of the spine. It's the root of the spine. Squeeze a little bit. Squeeze that muscle. Same muscles you use to go to the restroom. Squeeze that a little bit. It goes in and then it goes out. Just like the breath. Cranial rhythm, that this big nerve plexus, this sacred muscle goes in and then out. If you don't feel it, squeeze it a little bit. Squeeze those muscles. Nobody wants to talk about this yet. This is the most powerful muscle on planet Earth. Everyone wants to use this muscle, but nobody wants to use this. I tell you want good health? This is like the tree that has the big bulb. You can't cut the tree off and replant it. The roots in the bulb, that's the key that nourishes the experience. What I'm saying is that you want to replant your life in this new season, you got to access that nerve plexus bundle at the base, because that's where the juice is, that's where the energy is, that's where the neutral energy comes and nourishes and opens us. So squeeze ever so gently in, and then relax out. And now here's what I want you to do. This occasion, as you squeeze in, this occasion, drop it into the space in between the breath. In the space, in between, in and then out, right in between. And hold there for a moment. For me, when I drop this into still point, it's like tapping into neutrality. It's like tapping into a well, and the water starts bubbling up. The same thing here. I tap in here into this neutral space. Energy starts flowing. Subtle, scalar, neutral essence energy starts flowing up through the central column, purifying the chakras, organs, up into this sacred ambrosial area. We call this ambrosia process. Don't want to focus too much on this today, aside to say open, allow this to flow, and open. And this is a little bit more advanced. This is the still point alchemy. Again, in our still point seminars, there's the experience of still point, there's getting into still point, There's learning how to use it for clearing and for welcoming and dissolving things. Then there's understanding still point diet and activating high spin electrons. Then there's still point manifestation abundance. And then there's still point alchemy, ambrosia, flowering. Those are the different facets, steps to living in still point and ultimately being comfortable and versed and able to share still point with others. I want to now take a moment and share with you a new technology. This technology to me is like a little still point beacon. Is really what this is. This device is designed as a beacon of subtle scalar energy, a still point. When you have scalar energy, for me, true scalar energy, to me, it puts me into still point. And so I want to have a lot of scalar energy around, which is why we make the only laser on planet Earth that has scalar energy built into it. That's the unique thing. I didn't touch on that today, yet what makes our laser revolutionary and unique is not that it's a laser. There are a lot of lasers. It's that our laser has a unique approach to scalar energy built into it. That's what makes our approach unique. Not better. I don't claim it's better or the best. I just claim for those who want to dissolve and rest in neutrality and still point in the essence of the energy of the universe, it's a good one because it has the language. The scalar, that scalar technology is the very. All right, so this uses different. It's not a laser. It's our newest technology. It's designed to offset Wi-Fi and EMFs, and this is designed to do two things. We call it the QiFi, short for quantum field inducer. It's like Wi-Fi, only it's QiFi. It uses crystal oscillators in a scalar array, very specifically to offset just two things. It's designed to offset harsh electromagnetic fields, cell phone towers, smart meters. It's great for travel if you're in a hotel and there's some strong emotions or people partying. It does a nice, it has a strong effect. It works for hundreds of feet, if not more. As I go through, hopefully, someone there has one and can turn on as we go. Start by dropping into still point. When I do this work, the other key thing that I use this for is a tool to train and tune this space that surrounds the body. It's designed for me, the main way that I use it is to train and tune the quantum field in the still point space. So we're going to start off, the first one I'm going to put it on. You don't need to run it with the laser. You can plug it into the wall and run without the laser. I'm running it with the laser. You can do either way. The first program I'm going to run is called Unwind. Hopefully you can put it on there. I put it on. You can see it's on because there are some little violet lights that are on. This is the different settings. There's 6 settings preset in here: unwind, quantum, activate, unity, cohere, and wave. And then this is a tuner. This fine tunes. I usually keep this in the center area, though occasionally I'll tune it ever so slightly. For me, as it's on, I can feel my body kind of going like this. Unwind is designed to unwind things. So when I use this as a simple training, I don't want to focus too much on this today, yet I want to give a general overview of how I typically use it. The first thing I do, and it's important right now because this is what we're including in all our package sales right now. This technology took a long while to develop. It was a very specific combination of crystal oscillators and specific scalar technology to induce the right kind of effect. So it's unique. There's nothing else in the EMF world, energy production world, or in, there's all sorts of other quantum technologies, biofeedback technologies. The beauty of this technology, from my perspective, and you can run the laser through here and program anything. You can also run other devices and healing systems through here. And our plans are eventually to have a larger operating system that works and can do lots of things with this. This is really, to me, a revolutionary technology that opens up the space of your home. It's a beacon. It's a portal that opens up nonlinear space. I'm on quantum right now. I just turned to quantum. You'll see I'm going to do the same thing that I do with the laser. I'm going to go try a few things. Quantum feels really good. Quantum is what we often use when we bring groceries home, or fruits and vegetables, when we juice or we want to do some water. Use glass, make a nice glass bottle of your health supplements. Put them nearby, turn on quantum, and allow the experience to charge whatever you have or want with scalar energy. Salt. Quantum feels good. Quantum has a nice, whereas unwind had a nice unwinding effect, quantum has an effect of just kind of opening space. Opening space. I'm going to keep going. Quantum feels pretty good, yet I can tell there's, if I were doing this, I'd have gone through each of these. And now I just opened up activate. This is the third setting on there, activate. And for me, activate's definitely a good one for me today. Activate, I can feel energy kind of coming up the spine. They're totally different quality to what's the experience of activate. And take note of this, because if you understand this, I'm giving you some keys about the different programs for the laser. Same as in the laser. Unwind takes things like this, unwinds them. Like cranial work, I discussed earlier. Contraction, unwinding, neutrality, still point. Well, unwind takes things like this and unwinds. Quantum opens things. Quantum just says, whoosh, open, like dropping into still point. Opens up, great for emotions, great for facial rejuvenation, great for opening the quantum field. Activate, totally different action. Activate to me is, I feel nice subtle energy flowing up along spine, up. This is another principle. When you come, if you come to our still point retreat and still point facilitator program, you will really get a first-hand experience, not in the theory of these different facets or steps, in the application of them. To me, life is a constant experience of things changing here. And so in my journey, I want to have some tools. So something comes like this, and I say, okay, great, let's do this. So that doesn't work, we'll go here. Oh, not, well, let's activate. So I could be with someone who's being kind of difficult, and I have some different options. I can try to unwind a bit. Oh, gee, that's not working. So then I'm not trying to affect them. I'm trying to condition how am I as an organism going to interface with things that might be going through their own experience. That's the goal here. We have to be well versed to be able, if we only have the resource of thinking and being sympathy to people's emotional experience, well, guess what? How is that going to help us? We're basically relegated to the effects of the condition of the situation that we happen to be in, which for me, that's not why I came to this planet. I don't just want to live out karma and play out other people's karmic propensity. That's not, for me, very exciting or a way to express the essence and wonder of this amazing creation and beyond. So we have to have the ability to try some different things, to be versed and capable to respond and maintain. This is the key here in this new season, maintain the essence and integrity of our own expression. And so for me, I could be with someone challenged, unwind doesn't work, quantum doesn't work. Then I kick in and activate the energy, sacred still point muscle, energy along the spine. Now that person's not even there. Now the energy here is, I'm now cultivating this, it's flowing up. Who cares what's going on out there? That's no longer our reference out there. Our reference, this is what yogis often talk about, which is, yogis say a lot of people are like a vase, and the energy, they call it the outward going sense energy. The sense currents, and they're going out. And so many people have their attention, their energy going out through the chakras, interacting with the polarity of whatever's going on around them, with the karma of whatever's going on around them. Well, this work of still point is saying, first it's saying, whoa, hold on, all that stuff. Hold on and stay out there. And then it's about saying, well, we're going to dissolve the polarities, the karmas, and we're going to start to clean up that vase. We're going to start to cultivate and allow the sense currents, which are positive, negative, to unify into neutral energy, essence, and start to activate and go along the spine, purify, and ultimately then go on to the next experience, which is where we're at right now. I'm now going to unity. Unity, try Unity. Hopefully you're experiencing, we have many people that say from different countries when we do this, they can feel it over the live stream. This is scalar energy. This is, they've proven in scalar energy there's no distance. There's no past, present, future. There's no distance. You can change something in scalar, and on the other side of the planet, the organism of the DNA. DNA works through scalar waves. You change that DNA, organism in the exact same moment changes. That's proven. Great. So now I'm on Unity. Unity I feel here. Unity is like opening this space up here. Feel saliva starting to open up. This is the flowering. We call this in our seminars. This is a whole nother process called the ambrosia process, where these glands open up. In India they call amrita or nectar. Fountain of youth, elixir of life, DMT, harmolines, all the sacred compounds. When we're relaxed, the key to activating this is opening this, collecting this energy so it's not going out, cultivating it so it starts to flow up along the spine. And as it comes up here, this naturally opens this like a flower, a lotus. So again, this is Unity, and this is another tool. You come home, rough day, do this, same thing with the laser. You do the laser. You understand these key facets of the still point, of the very thing that I do a lot with my perception. We basically translated it into the laser for work on the body and the QiFi still point beacon for opening up the space and working. Again, it's not a lot of things. I'm not doing a ton of things. There's 5 or 6 key things that I am constantly trying this. Why? For one goal, so that I get back here, and every day I like interacting with the outside world, and I like collapsing all that and coming back, energy opening up and dissolving into the energy essence of the universe and beyond. This is to me the nature and purpose of the human condition. Expressing, who are we? Why are we here? What's our work? What are we here to share? What unique essence have you brought into this experience to share? Like a flower shares its essence. We all have our unique essence. It's not the same thing. We all have our unique thing that we're here to share with the rest of creation and beyond. And that's what, to me, Still Point is about. Still Point is about collapsing, dissolving karma, and opening up what's real and true. And I am just so blessed to be able to be in this experience and have this experience and to share it and be in a community of people who are also interested in doing this important work. So thank you, each of you, for participating and being here and being a part of this. So this is Unity. Unity is a good one. It's a favorite among a lot of people who use this. All right, that's Unity. I could stay here for a while. It feels so nice. Next one is Cohere. Cohere is a beautiful one. For me, it opens up the crown. It opens the lotus. It brings things together and then opens chakras, opens the lotus. The lotus is a universal symbol to consciousness. All consciousness. It's a universal symbol. And to me, this process is very specific process. Very specific process of how do we coordinate our experience so that we can activate flower, open into the lotus. This is a very specific flowering process for the new season for the human state of consciousness. That feels good too. If I keep going though, hopefully people in the audience can feel. This is very subtle technology. And I feel just so grateful to be able to have it. I mean, 99.999% of the technologies on planet Earth do the opposite. They bring the attention out. We are talking here about revolutionary technology that helps to cultivate, dissolve polarities and karmas, and cultivate the attention, the experience of energy, so that it starts to get neutral and aligns with the larger experience an essence of who we truly are. This, to me, the future of technology is an organic technology that doesn't work off of most technology on planet Earth right now works by, and this is where Tesla came in and was such an amazing pioneer. It works on working positive, negative, on the two different poles. Well, when you have technology that does that, it actually, on an electromagnetic level, it interferes and basically destroys the ether field that's around us. You know, ether is in alchemy, you have solid, liquid, gas, and ether, 4 states in the universe. What defines those states? Solid, electrons are really like that, really tight. Solid, liquid, gas, ether. What defines those different states is electron spin. If electrons are very slow, you have solid. If they go faster, you have liquid. If they go faster, you have gas. And if they go really fast, you have ether, plasma. Well, plasma is evidenced when you go to the ocean, when you go up on a mountain top. When you go in those kinds of places, negative ions, you feel great. And in our society right now, there is a ton of situations going on in which you have tons of thinking and emotions. You have cell phone towers. All of those things are polarizing to the ether field, the high-spinning ether field that's all around us. My goal in developing this with our travel and when we're in different places is to have a technology. What the benefit of this technology is not that it goes and it attacks and neutralizes all the EMFs and cell phone towers. The benefit of this technology is that it opens up a space in the fabric here to allow ether to start to channel and come in. This is like often yogis say that there's like a knot. There's almost like a net or a knot around things here in this experience, and it's kept people defined in the physical. Well, we want to pierce holes in that fabric and allow this neutral energy to start flooding into the experience. And in fact, not only is that what this does from my perspective, it's also what still point does. In my life, I constantly drop into still point. I'm on wave right now, by the way. And for me, when I drop into still point, really what I'm saying is, all right, the knot that constricts, let's dissolve some of that. Let's dissolve. And the more of us on planet Earth that are doing this work of dissolving this contractive influence that's been prevalent in the last age, the more we're going to open up to the free flow expression of what's real. What's real here? All right, that is some of the different programs. When I finish a session, I often go back to quantum for a moment. I like to finish sessions with the QiFi just by going back to quantum. For me, it's a nice way to bring closure to the session. And for me, what quantum does, it opens up. It's like dropping into still point. It opens up this space, this field. Hopefully you can feel it right away. It shifted, brought me right open. Now I want everyone to try something. We're going to turn it off for a moment. And as we turn it off, I want you to check in and notice what's happening in your quantum field. The most important thing you want to try to notice is, do you feel, raise your hand there if you feel different. If your quantum field, if this space around the body feels any different, or if you noticed some change between the different programs or in the texture and quality of this space, this field. Hopefully some of you are raising your hand. I totally feel it. This feels like it's like whoosh, almost like it's sparkling, it's strong, it's vital. This is the key. And this is how I use it. I use it to tune this. And when I use it, if I don't use it long, I use it for 15 minutes, half an hour. When I use it, my view is it tunes everything in the area. So if I use it in our home, if I use it in a hotel, my view is let's tune everything to ether and allow ether. You see, when things are not tuned and in polarity, they shut down and they no longer bring in energy. When things are unwound of karma, they become neutral, and as a result, they become superconductive to the neutral essence energy of the universe. So again, new technology, nice new technology. All right, so we can turn the QiFi off. Everyone take a moment, drop in for a moment into still point. Should already kind of be there. Drop in for one moment. It comes the QiFi comes with a plug-in that goes into the wall, so you can do it that way if you want to run it for long periods. We have many people that run it for long periods. We get some great testimonials about the QiFi. So, and or you can run it with the laser if you want and power it with the laser and use the different programs. At least that's how I look at it. If I have to work, which my understanding is we have to do the work of taking care of providing and making the money and doing what we need to keep this physical body and our lives and our families in a good place. So I've made the choice that instead of going to work and then going and then doing alchemy and activating, I'd like to in every moment be doing things that are dissolving karma, unwinding, opening up the connection and the energy of the universe. Which is why I'm so grateful and feel so blessed to have been here to help steward this technology and be a part of this program. And it's just a total blessing that we have the opportunity in this new season to stay on point as we're doing our work with manifesting abundance and also sharing that and also helping people and helping the planet. As I tell people, if you're an emissary, have a little folder. Everywhere you go, bring your laser in a folder. You will find people in pain everywhere you go. Lily and I used to share lasers with people everywhere we went. In a spa, we'd be in a spa, and we were at one place in south of France. We met people, interesting people. Ended up they bought our lasers. I was using it outside at the pool. They came up, what is that? I said, oh, very simple, healing light. They said, does it work? I mean, if you went up to someone and they were looking at using some violet light and they were looking like they were feeling great and they said it's healing light and you had an issue, would you not say, let me have some, let me try it, can I try it? Healers are drawn to light, and I tell you, wellness is the biggest thing going right now. The only industry that is not declining at all is the wellness industry worldwide, globally. Ways you can share, one-on-ones, everywhere you go, bring a little folder with you, put up flyers, have flyers with your name on it. Everywhere around you for 100 miles, there should be flyers and little things inviting people to call you for a free trial of the laser. Don't even be concerned. If you want to charge at doing sessions, fine. I tell you, we reached a point where we preferred telling everyone free session. If I get 10 people a day that come to me for a free session, and 2 or 3 of those people every day want to buy a laser, that's a good, solid sustenance program. You know, this isn't about, abundance isn't about money. It's about resources so you can do the work that you're here to do. Be clear about that. When we're talking about, sales, I'm reticent to use sales because to me, we're not after the money. We're after the resources that help us continue to do the work that we're here doing. And be clear about that. Then you sidestep all that drama and all that kind of charge around all that stuff. We have nothing to do with any of that. We're here. Everyone take a breath in. A lot of programs running from the old season that we got to clear. Use your Still Point portal to help you with growing your experience as an emissary. I want to break this down because Lily and I, in our experience, have made a good experience on this planet as a good living sharing lasers with other people. What are we really sharing? We're really sharing light. What more beautiful panacea to challenges? Light and neutral scalar energy. What, from my perspective, I can't even imagine anything else I'd want to do here in terms of work. This is about it. If there wasn't for this, I'd have to be sitting somewhere very quietly because there's nothing else I'd want to do. I tell you, we have people in our community, the biggest check we've written is like over $30,000 for a 2-week period. And that's because they're out working on lots of people and sharing the laser. None of the people who are making 5, 10, however many thousands a month that are doing that are salespeople. They're passionate. They're like us. They didn't even want to be involved in sales. They're passionate about helping people. They're practitioners. They work on a lot of people, and they want to empower the people around them and who they work with to be successful at being on the planet. I tell you, in our vision, our goal in 5, 10 years, every home should have a technology like this. Every home. There is no reason, from my perspective, that every home shouldn't have technology to clear and dissolve karma and open up the flow of energy. That's why we have gone to the trouble and effort and cost to shift manufacturing in-house into our Vermont facility so that we can begin to bring the prices and cost of lasers down to make it so that more and more people can have the ability and the resources to be able to get involved with this community. And I want to say once again, I'm not joking about the financing. If you come and you don't have great credit, we will find a way to get creative, in-house finance it, and find a way. I've got so many stories in our community. One of our top emissaries in California financed her, heck, me and Lily financed our first laser. The first laser we bought, more expensive than this, we financed it. Great investment. Look how many years later we are. So, and I've seen other emissaries, they financed their first laser, and they're now selling at least 1, 2, 3 lasers every month. Sharing. It's not selling, it's sharing. We're sharing things. If people want to I never pressure people to buy anything. I always tell people, if you can't afford the laser, no worries. You don't even need it. You can do it with still point. And yet the laser is a great tool. If you can afford it, my model is unwind as many people as I can. And the people that are in a position and want to do it, they'll come up and tell you. All right, very, very good, everyone. Take another nice big breath in. And just drop into the space in between the breath.